Hey y'all. Okay, so I'm back. I had to cut down the smoke. It was a little too smoky in here, out here. But anyway, I'm on my porch enjoying the beautiful Saturday, and I wanted to talk really quickly about an epiphany or understanding that the mother has led me to. Um, she's dealing with me about a lot of different things, and I'm trying to be as patient with myself as she is, because we oftentimes can be so hard on ourselves. But either way, um, she's been dealing with me about creation, doing more creative things, stepping into that part of myself more, because I do just a little bit, do a little bit here and there, but I don't do as much as I could be doing, and that bothers me. I feel a fear coming up when I think of things to do. I feel almost like a paralyzation in my body whenever I think of certain things, and it's really bothering me. And so I sat down in my room and I started to have a conversation. Whenever I have things on my mind, I'll journal. Um, Sometimes I don't journal because I don't want to think about anything, but in this particular moment, I just started to write and started to ask questions. And as she answers, I write them down because I hear them so clearly. And she was talking to me about the fear of failure. So I was expressing that, if I create stuff, what if it doesn't come out right? What if people don't like it? What if all these what ifs? And she was saying to me basically that my perception about what creation really is distorted. Um, it's distorted based off of all the things that we're taught. That's really not true when it comes to creation. I mean, it can be, but it's not the goal. When we create things, we're taught that it has to sell or make money or try to make some sort of finances for ourselves. While it can, and if you would like to make that a goal, that's totally fine. But if you're doing it in a space of that's where your joy lies, or the result of whatever you create and what you get from it, if that is the entire goal, you are going to forever be disappointed. I have a lot of ideas and things that I want to do and have visions in my head about how I want it to look and all these things. And she's saying that your vision is one form of perfection, and the result is also another form of perfection. Two things that are related but have two totally separate lives outside of what it is creation is meant to be. So your vision is a part of what it is that you would like to create. And whatever the result of that creation, that journey through the creation process to the end result, that's its own type of perfection. Whether it closely matches your vision or not does not matter. The act of creation is the process that means the most. And she was saying, if you're depending on the result to be whatever it is that you think it's going to be, you are never going to be satisfied. You're never going to be happy. You're always going to feel disappointed by anything you do that doesn't come out how you envision it in your mind. That's not what creation is meant to be. If the vision ties in correctly or ties in well with the creation that you made, then that's great. Then there's something that is wonderful about that. Not something that, but you get what I'm trying to say. There's a wonder about that, but that is not the goal. And I was confused, and I'm like, well, mother, if the end result isn't the goal or the reason, then what's the point of any of it? And she simply said, what did you learn? What did you learn? That was it. That was the end of the conversation. She said nothing else. What did you learn? We oftentimes hear quotes that say, it's about the journey, not the destination. And that ties in well to what it is I'm trying to say. But I don't think that is the total reason for the journey. There's still some things that I'm trying to understand. But basically, from what I got from that, is whatever it is that you gained from that journey, from the beginning of the idea to the journey to the end result, that is the ultimate goal. What did you learn? That means in order to get in alignment with that way of thinking, I have to recalibrate my mind to what did I learn? What did I understand? When I think about all the great things that I've made in jewelry, some of my favorite pieces didn't come out exactly the way I thought they would, but I still love the end result. And through that process, I learned so much about myself. When I made paintings, I had a vision of how I wanted to look, and sometimes it came out exactly the way I wanted, and sometimes it didn't. Most of the times it didn't. But those were some of my favorite pieces because when I took a step back and really looked at them and understanding them to this day, there were some pieces that I made that I didn't understand why, or why did I have this particular vision, or why was I so adamant about putting this here and that there. And it taught me so much about myself. I understood that Girl on the Planet wasn't just a really cute caricature that I made of myself, that it was really how I felt. A girl on this lone planet, which is me. I am the planet, and I'm on the planet. That sense of freedom, yet isolation. Sense of creativity, but also a bit of stagnation. And I got to see myself in a different way, in a different light. Even my most favorite jewelry piece taught me so much about the mother. It was really, really what helped to spark something more. The spirals, it helped me to understand that the spiral, I wear them a lot, and you'll see them a lot in my jewelry and my creations. It's not just for a look. It means something very deep to me. It is the literal, physical representation, artistic representation of the mother and how she works. The spiral could teach you everything you need to know about life and the universe and ourselves and beyond. That's what I learned from those pieces. I also learned to hold them sacred because there's something very special that even now I'm not totally sure what they're meant for. It's like I was meant to create them for some specific reason. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it's a specific person. I don't know. But I learned a lot about the wire work. I learned a lot about the mother. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about contentment and joy and movement in my art. And thinking about it now, those things meant more to me, or maybe just as much, because I do love my pieces, but they meant so much more because I gained the understanding that I didn't have before. That's what I learned. Okay, Mother. I see where you went with that one. I see where you're going with that. And those lessons have transformed me into who I am today and where I'm going. That's amazing. That's the most beautiful lesson I think she's taught me thus far. And the most important. And I hope that was helpful for you as well. All right. Peace.